For many years in a row now, the state of Florida has seen massive increases in our population. What's happening is that we've got people from all over the country that are flocking down to this state where, as Ron DeSantis' woke goes to die. And yes, unfortunately, most of the people that have moved down here to the state of Florida have in fact been Republican transplants from other states. But all of that, shockingly, is already coming to an end. Because in addition to Florida being the state where woke goes to die, it's also the state where your personal finances go to die and your real estate investments go to die. Because Ron DeSantis has done nothing about the fact that in the last year, 15 major insurance companies, and I'm talking about the ones that you can't escape their commercials on TV for 5 seconds, those companies have pulled out of the state of Florida. And they are now saying, we will not insure your property if it's in the Sunshine State. Obviously, the big reason for that is we are right in Hurricane Alley, and it's just too much of a risk for insurance companies to insure our homes. So what's happening now, according to the state statistics, is that we've got people leaving the state at an alarming rate. And they're going to Georgia, they're going to Texas, they're going to North Carolina, some of them going to Alabama, but they're going places where they actually might be able to afford to live now, because the state of Florida, again, is being completely neglected by Ron DeSantis as he continues his little crusade that is failing miserably in his attempt to become the next president of the United States. But things here in Florida are getting bad. Here's how bad. The national average for yearly homeowners insurance is $1,700. Here in the state of Florida, the average is $4,200 per year. So we are, what would that be, 3 times the national average down here in Florida? And it's all, of course, because insurance companies are leaving, so we're left with fewer options. When you have fewer options, those companies can just raise your rates to whatever they want, because what else are you going to do? You're required to have homeowners insurance. You don't have any options. You can't shop it around. We can screw you all day long, and by God, that is what they're doing. We're also getting screwed by the utility companies that Ron DeSantis has, of course, allowed to consolidate and become one massive company that jacked up our rates, again, 3 times higher than what they were a couple years ago. But the state of Florida is very quickly going to hell. And a lot of those people who just moved down here are already packing up and finding a new place to live. Yes, this is going to become a campaign issue in next year's election, not necessarily for Florida politicians. I think it'll play a little bit of a role. But the thing that's going to hurt the Republicans the most is the fact that these are your people that are leaving. You've priced them out of the state. You've enjoyed significant Republican majorities for the statewide offices, for the federal offices from the state of Florida. You had a great population growth of Republicans coming to the state, and now you've priced them out of it. You're reaping what you sowed, right? And I kind of want to say you deserve it, but then again, I'm also in Florida, and I'm feeling the crunch from all this crap too, and it sucks. But the state could do something. The state could incentivize these insurance companies to come back. It could help, it could subsidize them. It could say, listen, we will take on part of the risk and we will pay you this amount of money to cover part of that risk if you come back to the state. Those are things they could do. But the state refuses to do it. So you choose not to act. Don't be surprised when all your voters are priced out of the state. Ring of Fire has fresh content 7 days a week. So if you want to be reminded about it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell to be notified every time a new video goes up.